Rock Salt MUZKAST Experience, Aaron and Dave and Patrick. Aaron, Dave, and Patrick. That's ADP.
Oh, you took the
No,
words
yeah.
out of my mouth. ADP.
Yeah, isn't that where everybody gets their paychecks? ADP.
Yeah, right there.
You guys get paid?
Oh,
Well,
we're supposed to say nothing. Sorry, left the cat out of the bag.
I'm calling
Oh.
somebody.
all right, triple nickels. Here it
Time
is.
for I'm out of sorts, man, because I don't have my board, so I can't play any music. Or
Yeah,
nothing.
I know.
So
I know. Yeah,
I'm very uncomfortable.
all right, our first topic here: Biden's cognitive abilities.
Here, let me help you out, Aaron.
Okay, there we go.
Biden's cognitive abilities, and I'm not reading this, by the way. Biden's cognitive abilities have been called into question with not only this week, him turning around to shake hands with thin air. And yes, I did see some people off to the side there, but he also turned around to the very back of him and looked around like, what? No one here? And then let's not forget the Easter Bunny leading him around.
Yeah.
The only thing
So
that
Patrick, what do you have to say about that?
the only thing that comes to mind is him looking around. Hey, who pooped my pants? There's his cognitive ability. I went there. Yeah, I mean, when the Easter Bunny has to show up and cut you off from what you're saying to the reporters, you know something bad's up. With old Peter Cottontail is like, hey, come on. And
Right.
and you forgot to mention, Dave, when Jill says, Joe, don't forget to what you're supposed to be waving, Joe. Joe, wave.
I heard that one yesterday, and I thought about it just as I had wrapped up what I was saying. So, yeah, that 3 strikes in 1 week, man.
They won't let me read. They just won't let me read. Shut up, Joe. You're looking at C Spot Run. I'm calling you out.
Now, hey, have you seen the video where he's trying to get Obama's attention?
Oh,
And Obama is ignoring him.
Yeah.
Basically.
embarrassing. It's
Yeah.
like, just please, someone notice me. I'm the president. I'm the president. Notice me.
Hey,
It
look,
reminds me of a guy I used to, see at concerts, and then I'll see at concerts now. Hey, Aaron, and I'm like, keep walking, honey.
Hey, Aaron, you've done that to me 6 times already, and I'm a little sick of it. Okay, I'm over that crap.
well,
I have to bring it out here.
here's the other thing. I saw another video. Maybe it's the same one. A Biden standing next to Obama in a room, and everybody's rushing up to shake
That's the one.
Obama's hand. Okay. And well, number one, that should tell you something right there. But I was thinking, if I'm in the reception line and they say, hey, you got to meet one of these two, who do you want to meet? I'm going for Obama. He's level-headed at least, and I'm gonna ask him a bunch of questions. Biden, on the other hand, he's not there.
Look, Dave, if I'm in that reception line, I would leave my spot and go to Burger King. I don't want to meet either one of them scumbags.
Well, let me throw in a kind of a side question here to you. Because we've seen this now. Not to play political futurism or whatever, but it looks like the Republicans are going to take the House and the Senate. Are you in favor, of the Republicans impeaching Biden because of his memory and just not knowing what's going on?
Is this one mine?
Go ahead.
All right. First of all, let me say that when Biden got elected, I was not excited, but there was a part of me that was excited because I went, oh, the jokes are going to be endless. He's going to give us material like George Bush Jr. gave us. And he hasn't failed. He's done exactly that. Also, at the same time, shame on Jill Biden, the Democrats, and anybody that put this guy into power. Just on a human level, he is not up for the job. He's not up for the job. And shame on you for doing that to him. He knows he's not up for the job. Obama knew he was not up for the job. But
Dan,
there
what's
we
your
are.
thought?
Huh?
Dan, what's your thought about this?
Would I be upset with the Republicans if they had impeached the man?
Yeah. Or
Based
you
on-
think it's their responsibility to impeach him?
I'm mad at the Republicans for not trying to impeach him for the Afghanistan debacle. Forget his mental cognitive state. I mean, he's done so much before all these flubs in the media have come about. I mean, he should have been impeached long ago. And so, I mean, that's where they should have been accountable. I mean, when you're leaving all the like billions of dollars of equipment in Afghanistan for your your botched withdrawal from that quote unquote war. I mean, come on now. Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well,
And then
the
they wonder-
Republicans don't. Go ahead.
And then they're surprised about him being led around by the Easter Bunny. Come on. I mean, he shut down a pipeline day one that has caused stupid gas prices. How much is it there in California?
It is no kidding. The Chevron, now they're a little more pricey, but the Chevron up at the corner from me is like at $569, $579. I went to Sam's Club and I paid $491 yesterday.
And case in point, that dum-dum sitting there at the pretender in chief sitting behind that desk talking about how, it's all Putin. I'm sorry, dude. No, actually, I'm not sorry. Dude, these problems were caused by you, not by, so I don't care about his cognitive ability. He should have been impeached for things long before this rolled in.
You're right. You should have been impeached for Afghanistan. If nothing else, for the loss of human life there, 12, 13 people. And then you throw on top of it $80 billion in taxpayer money that he just left on the ground out there.
The thing about it is, those are my Marines. Those are mine. I'm a former Marine, and those are my Marines that he let get killed for his stupidity, for his negligence. Those are my brothers and my sisters who lost their lives over there. So if anybody out there sitting here thinking, well, this guy's being a little hard on his president who he says he's former military, he's supposed to, I respect the office, I don't respect the man, but those are my brothers who died on that line.
So, let me go one more thing. So when the Republicans take control this January, they have a responsibility to the people of this nation to impeach Joe Biden. Yes or no?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Dave?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's move on here. A lighthearted question this time.
The
Long way
yeas
to
have
get
it.
to those answers.
Yeah, okay.
I could have gone on longer.
I know you could have. We try to, keep
I
this a
know.
little short.
I know.
So I sent a question to you guys. You guys are, think back to when you're 18 years old, money is no cost. What would have been the car you would have purchased when you were 18 years old back then? What would have been your car, Dave?
Oh, you're going with me first on this one. All right. I had a wide variety of tastes in bad cars. I still do. I still, honestly, this is the truth, Patrick. I still want to own a Pinto wagon with a bubble window, and I still want to own a Chevy Vega because I like the way they look. No, those are not my cars. But, when I was 18, I would have gone for something like a Fiero, which I did own. That was my second car. Or a Cadillac Elante, which I also owned later in life. And while I love that car, it is one of the worst cars to own.
All right, Patrick, where are we going at?
One of my jobs when I was 18, I had a job helping this guy do pressure washing. And so we'd go and we'd pressure wash buildings and houses and clean the crap off of them, And in his garage, he had a 1976 orange Stingray, Corvette Stingray. And I fell in love with that car from that day. And so that would be my car that I would want to own. Point blank, right there. 76
Awesome.
Stingray.
76.
T-top.
Beautiful.
The way she, definitely. I mean, beautiful. The curves, just the way she would glide down the, oh man.
Now, did that have the catalytic converter on it? Or
No, I
was
do
that
not
before?
believe it did.
Ah,
I do
see,
not
that's
believe it.
I don't know when they did that. I'm gonna guess around 78, but
Let me just look it up because you know what's going to happen? Some car head's going to get on here. That stupid dumb talking about the president, and then he turns around and says it doesn't have a
he
catalytic.
doesn't know nothing about nothing. He doesn't even know when they
This
put
idiot, why am I going to listen to him?
cars.
Yeah. Hey, did he ever let you drive it?
No.
Oh man.
Uh,
What's your first car you owned, Patrick?
what was it? A Pontiac Grand Prix, the boat.
What year?
I don't even know what year. It was like
A
a
big boat, though.
87, maybe. But
Oh,
the thing was a boat, and it had those like weird shocks where you would just glide. You wouldn't bounce, but it was a tank, and it was
yeah.
great.
I had a
It looked like
70.
it looked like I crawled straight out of the trailer park in my gray boat. And it's like, okay.
I had a 78 Coupe de Ville, and I know exactly what you're talking about when you talk about that suspension. It's a floaty boat ride type of suspension. Imagine yourself on a boat ride where there are not violent waves, but good, up and down. That's like driving one of those big boats back then.
So
Got an answer for us, Patrick?
on my quick search here, it's like 77. They started with the catalytic.
Right.
That was a quick search. I didn't dig too deep, but there's your answer.
Yeah, there you go. But I mean, yeah, so you would have beat the cat converter thing, and it would have
Right.
still had some power and
Still sounded just mean.
ran on regular gasoline.
Yes. Good stuff.
Polluting
Yeah.
the earth, getting 5 miles to the gallon.
$1.05 a gallon, 77
$1.05.
cents a gallon. Come on.
Hey.
Oh,
All
gas
right.
when I first started driving was like 86 cents a gallon. So
Yeah. All right, we're gonna take a break here, play some music, and we'll be right back to talk about my hero, Governor Ron DeSantis, and a problem he solved with Disney, I think. So we'll be right back on the Rock Salt MUZKAST Experience.
I don't think it's soft, but okay.
At least the can's opened.
No, the whoop ass can.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Rock Salt MUZKAST Experience. We're in the middle of triple nickels here, and we're having some fun off the air. But hey, if you're not following the show on YouTube, please do subscribe, like. It helps out all of us. Check out the podcast on Spotify and all your favorite podcast platforms, and the MUZKAST version on Spotify exclusively. So, but more importantly, thank you for watching, listening, whatever you're doing. So, hey, so we're going to get to our third topic, and we're going to talk about my hero, my guy, Governor Ron DeSantis. He took on Disney, and I don't know if he's won yet, but he's clearly knocked Disney down. They got a standing 8 count. Disney did.
That they did. You know how mad them
So-
perverts over there in the mouse costume are? You know how angry they are right now.
Oh, very angry.
Here's the thing. Let's back up a little bit. I mean, if you are living under a rock, they put out this parental rights bill in Florida, and
Don't say gay bill, right?
yeah, the liberals quickly called it the "Don't Say Gay." The interesting thing about it is that is nowhere listed in the bill at
Not at all.
So that's a lie. I mean, that's not even it's just a nickname we get. That's a flat out lie. Okay, so let's call it what it is. Disney CEO, the new one, quickly came out and said, look, we're Disney, we're a entertainment company, we don't get involved in politics. And then the Disney employees, the woke employees, went out of their minds. So he changed course, and he turned his right decision, or correct decision, we'll put it that way, turned his correct decision into a bad decision, because they decided that 5, 6, 7-year-olds should be taught sex ed classes, essentially. I mean,
who's the lady that works for Disney that got on there and said, for the last X amount of years, I've intentionally put promoted transgenderism and homosexuality in our programming
Well,
of what we put out.
you know what I found funny about her? I saw that video. What I found funny about her was she says at the beginning of the video that she was actually shocked that there wasn't lesbian and transgendered characters in Disney shows. Oh, so what? You've never seen a Disney movie ever? I wasn't shocked by that.
Right. Yeah.
And let me tell you something. As a 5-year-old, I can't ever remember thinking to myself, gee, where are the transgenders in the rescuers?
If we want to get down to brass tacks, I mean, Bambi kind of sounded like a girl. Or was that a girl deer? Was it a doe, a deer, a female deer, a fawn, a long way to run? I mean, he could have been. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to cover all bases so not everybody's offended immediately.
Hey, lots of people say it, go woke, go broke. And you're seeing it play out right here because people don't care anymore. We don't care about getting off on this different subject. We don't care about anything anymore. Oh, that's not what we want. We'll move on to the next. That's the disposable society we've become. But what's interesting about all this is DeSantis said, okay, you want to stick your nose into the politics here and you want to help run the state, because it's not just them with an opinion, it's them stepping in and trying to leverage policy. So he said, that's fine. Oh, look, we found a little thing here that you got these tax breaks a long time ago. And yeah, we're just not gonna, that sunset a long time ago. We just let you keep it. Now we're gonna stop it.
I tell you what,
I hear it's gonna cost them $500 million a year.
Get them.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
I know they make a lot of money, but any business losing $500 million is going to fill in the pocketbook.
Right.
The other thing that nobody's really stopping to think about here is, you know, like when Uber was getting upset about the gig sharing laws in California, they said, okay, well, we just won't service California anymore. Disney is not going to go, okay, we're just going to close up the Magic Kingdom and bow out of Florida. That's not happening, because even if they did do that,
Universal Studios would go, oh, thank you.
Yeah, there would be a bidding war between Universal and Six Flags for the property. I mean, that's the truth. So he's got them there. But a story that I heard, well, not a story, a political expert I heard yesterday on KFBK said,
no, it's a lie. You said political expert, so it's already a lie, Dave.
Well, no, this political expert, he's pretty good. And when anytime somebody labels expert on something, I always have a question mark, but this guy's been pretty good. KFBK is the conservative talk radio station here in Sacramento. I know you are.
Thank you, Dave.
But you brought up a point, which is, you know, Disney covers all their sewer and power and all that stuff. They own all that stuff in the Magic Kingdom. And now this is the downside to all this. And I'm sure DeSantis has probably thought this through, but he said now the government's going to have to step in and do all that stuff. They're going to have to provide all those services, which is going to cost more money. Just saying, that's the downside of this.
Create more jobs.
There you go.
And I mean, it just brings in more revenue for Florida, because you're creating more jobs and bringing more people in there to spend that money that they're making from cleaning up Mickey Mouse fan poop. I mean, come on now.
Well, you know, one of the other things that's not going to bode well for Disney in any of this is they do not like to have emergency personnel on the grounds there, because it ruins the image of the Magic Kingdom. And since they had autonomy there, they could have their own emergency
Wait
personnel.
a second. So you mean a dude named Barry dressed up as daggone Princess Leia doesn't ruin the vibe of Magic Kingdom? Is that what we're talking about?
Well, you know, not if he shaves his mustache.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, Dave, I think Disney will still control their their area and do their cleanup and all that, and may charge the government or come to some
Oh,
agreement.
I'm sure
But
they're going to come to an agreement.
Yeah, but I think what's going to happen, and I'm just forecasting this, is Disney's going to go, we're sorry.
I
They
agree
will
with that.
apologize.
Yeah, I don't know that they're going to apologize, but they're going to back down for sure.
Yeah, they'll pull back on the on Princess Jasmine's wiener. I guarantee it. They're gonna be like, okay, Princess Jasmine, you can no longer be Steven.
Oh,
You are now you're now literally a Julie. So
You know, Aaron, I'm beginning to regret bringing Patrick in. this
Aaron's
show.
gonna be like Aaron already said in his head, I know what part I'm editing out. But here we are.
oh man.
Here we are.
Here
We
are.
don't edit, you know.
Yeah, you
But,
know,
Just really realized how bad that statement of pulling back sounded after. So yeah, I did not
know,
mean
Oh
to sound
man.
that way at all.
Patrick, when I auditioned for Patrick Shipley, he gave me a great piece of advice, which was, I think you have a promising career as a solo artist. And so with that in mind, I would say maybe there's some stuff you should say for on the offensive.
You know, I rarely get embarrassed, but I am slightly embarrassed now.
No, I'm
man.
playing with you. I'm playing.
I understand that, but still, I mean, pulling back on the Princess Jet, yeah, that's gold. I'm
It's
sorry.
there for posterity, man. It's
Yeah.
gonna stay. It's just
Yeah.
the way it is.
You know.
Yeah, you better keep that in there, Aaron.
Uh,
Um,
the grace of Jesus. The grace of Jesus.
Fair enough.
All right. Lastly,
Oh man.
I play softball on Tuesday nights.
Don't
hey,
you got a
hey,
video?
you know, I just
Speaking of-
thought of something though. I just
Speaking
thought of
of grace-
something. Hang on,
Okay,
hang
go
on.
ahead.
I just thought of something. I want to touch back for a minute. I can tie everything together here.
Okay.
Jill should take Joe to the Magic Kingdom for a weekend because there's plenty of characters in costume that can help him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes, good thought, Dave. Good thought, Dave. All right.
You're supposed to
I play
wave, Joe.
softball
You're
on
supposed
Tuesday-
to wave.
on Tuesday
Yeah.
night, and you know, I could say, you know, I'm pretty athletic for a 52-year-old, and so my son records the game, and so I'm going to show you a clip of a play that I made the other day, and then we're going to talk about it. So we're going to play the clip right now, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about my athleticism or non-athleticism.
A lack thereof.
All right, roll the clip. So what do you guys think?
Go
Am I
ahead,
pretty
Dave.
good for a 52-year-old?
It looks like you face planted, man.
Well, I did collect a lot of dirt.
Dude,
You know.
I gotta say, I am surprised at how quick you are, Aaron. I mean, if I pictured shoeless Joe Jackson as a pitcher and trying to run, that's what I would have seen. Only
Oh man,
light skin.
yeah.
You know,
The-
let me clue you into some behind the scenes stuff here, Patrick.
Okay.
See, let me tell you how that video really comes to be. Aaron's beautiful wife, Dawn, says, "How was softball tonight?" He goes, "Oh, it was great." She goes, "Hey, I noticed that when you come home, you're never dirty or anything. You're not sweaty. You're not dirty. You know." So he had to do that, put it on the show, so he could prove to the world that yes, he
Dig
actually
deep,
plays.
Aaron. Well, I applaud you for it. But
Yeah,
that
thank you.
rundown, that was pretty good, man. I got
Yeah, you know.
It's a photo op.
Actually, Dave, my wife was there, and she goes, "Are you okay?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm fine. You know, I'm fine." You
As,
know,
as
streaming.
he limps away.
and, one of the kids' name is Mike, who's on the team, and David goes, "Hey, I was behind Mike. He's gonna throw me the ball," and I'm like, "Mike is 6'3", 360 pounds," and I go, "I couldn't see you, behind Mike. And,
Yeah,
and so,
Mike's a pretty big boy, man.
but to finish this off, I caught a dive. The umpire goes, "Man, that was funny," and I'm like, "Well, I dove." He goes, "That was no dive. That was a belly flop."
Oh,
Yeah, pretty
oh,
much. Pretty
but,
much.
but you see, the thing about it is, though, is that you went for it. It was like no
Oh,
hold
yeah.
barred, all costs. This guy is getting out on my watch. So
And you tagged him out,
applaud you
right?
for it, man. The
Yes,
effort
I did.
itself.
Yeah, I meant to get him in his back, and I got his leg, and he tripped and fell down. I
Dude,
felt bad.
you got one of his spikes on his cleat. Don't say you got the back of his leg. I mean,
You know what's funny about that is that's what Alec Baldwin said after the gun went off.
Oh, wow.
I thought my Jasmine joke was bad, but here,
Yeah, I know.
wow.
Yeah. So this is the last episode.
Sir,
of
let your hate flow through
Rock-
you. You can send me all the hate email.
Aaron, you
Yeah.
keep saying that about every episode you have me on. This is the last.
That's true. That's true. We keep going.
Breathing, still breathing.
That's because hardly nobody's watching.
And then you decide that you think it's a good idea to bring me on as a staple. So, I mean, I don't know what's going on with your all's thinking.
Well,
Oh,
hey,
man.
that was my idea.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to regret that idea.
He's like, I just want to be canceled this month. Let's kill it. Pull it in this horse.
Aaron, here's what's going on. Streety and Rivers there, are hanging out one night, and Rivers go, "Hey, there's those guys out in California." And Streety goes, "You know what? You should get them canceled."
That really sounded like that was going to be a 50 Shades of Grey story, Dave. And I'm so glad that just got weird quick.
Oh, man.
Streety and Rivers were hanging out one night. There's these guys in California. You know what?
Oh, man. All right, this has gone on too long. This is Rock Salt Radio, and that was Triple Nickels. And I hope you had as much fun as we did doing Triple Nickels. So we'll be
You
right
guys
back.
get paid and you
on the
have
Rock
fun.
Salt MUZKAST Experience.